Hi guys, welcome back to Emily J Pilates YouTube channel and to another reformer workout. Today we are going to be doing lots of feet in straps for stretching, for a ton of ab work, and I'm going to be throwing in a very nice upper body press up strap exercise, which I absolutely love, and I've realised I don't actually think I've done it on YouTube before, so you have to stay tuned. You have to do the whole thing to make sure that you can get to the exercise you've not done before at the end. Today's session is largely going to be on your medium spring. So whatever your medium is, make sure that is the spring that you're putting on. Come down onto your reformer, all the way to the edge. You want to make sure there's a big gap between the shoulders and the shoulder rests. Bringing one foot into the strap, so push away, one foot comes in, place it into the big loop. Bring that leg to tabletop, pulling the opposite knee in, so you can place the strap on that foot. Bring that leg to tabletop too. Squeeze those legs together, push them out straight, and then bringing them in towards your body. Pulling the toes towards your face, making sure your knees are directly above your hips. So if you have tight hamstrings like me, make sure those knees are bent. Sit bones down all the way through these exercises, unless I tell you your sit bones should be down. So we don't want to be lifting them up to bring our legs closer to the body. Get that bum down. Just bend those knees above your hips. And feel that nice stretch down the back of the legs as you pull the toes to the face. Shoulders relax. Inhale, prepare. Navel to spine connection, and exhale, taking the legs out into a V. Now just take that gentle. Don't need to go all the way out yet. Inhale to center, and then exhale, take it out again. So on each inhale, bringing the legs in. And on each exhale, taking the legs out, just slowly going a little bit wider each time. Just wake those hip joints up, the hip flexor muscles. Just saying a gentle hello. We're not looking to instantly throw our legs out as wide as we can. And our hips think, what is happening? Exhale out. Inhale in. Still pulling those toes towards the face. Exhale out. Inhale in. On this next one, take it out. Bend those knees in, bringing the feet down towards the bum. Whoops. And then exhale, take them back out nice and wide. Big stretch through the inner thigh. Bend the knees, bringing the feet in. And exhale, take them out. Inhale, bring them in. Exhale out for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bringing it back in to center, bending those knees, crossing opposite ankle over knee to feel a nice glute stretch. Now the medium spring when you're in the stretching is so nice because it just means that you're not kind of fighting against a resistance. You can really increase your stretch, which is what's so beautiful about the reformer. It can make us that little bit bendier than we maybe are on the mat. And then release that leg. Just make sure your strap's on properly. Cross it over to the opposite side. And then releasing that strap, bending those knees, straightening the legs, knees above your hips. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, take the legs round, pointing the toes. Bring them down towards the foot bar. Don't overarch in the lower back. Bring the legs together and inhale up through center. Exhale out, just as wide as the foot bar. Bring the heels down towards the floor, but not overarching in the lower back, and then bringing it up through center. Exhale round, and inhale through center. For 3. Remember, you can take those circles a little bit smaller if you want to. For 2. We're just waking up, saying hello to our hip joints. And 1. This time you're going to inhale to take it down through center, and exhale, take it wide, just as wide as the foot bar, bringing it round in a circle, and when your knees are above your hips, bringing it into the middle. Inhale down, don't overarch. Exhale round and back through center. So you will be getting quite a lot of ab work here, particularly as the legs extend down, because we're on that lighter spring. So you're having to recruit into your core muscles, so that navel to spine connection and lifting through the pelvic floor. 3 more. Down center and round. Down center and round. Last 1. Down through center and round. Bring it back up. This time you're going to take the legs down as you exhale, and as you inhale, just bringing them back up. So your leg lower and lift. Not going too far that you overarch. Sit bones connected, neutral or imprinted spine. Shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, take the legs down. Inhale to lift. Exhale down and lift. For 3, 2. On this next one, take it down and hold the legs there. Exhale, lift the head, neck and the chest, and hold it here. Now look towards the knees, the shoulders are lifted, hands are at hip height. You're going to exhale to take the legs out wide. Inhale, bring them back. Exhale, take them out. And inhale, bring them back. Exhale out, lift those shoulders, inhale in. For 5, 4, 3, lift those shoulders for 2 and 1. Bring it in, drop the head, neck and the chest as the feet come up. Little rest here, pull the toes towards the face, that little bit of hamstring stretch. Bum cheeks down. We're going to take that again. So just taking the leg lift and lower first of all. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, drop the legs. Inhale, bring them back. Exhale, drop. Inhale, back. Exhale, down. Notice how I don't go all the way down. I just go as far as I don't overarch in the lower back. My hips nice and level. Navel to spine connection. For 3, 2. On this next one, take it down and hold. Lift the head, neck and the chest. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, take the legs out wide. Inhale, bring them in. Look to those knees. That peach between the chin and the chest, lifting through the shoulders. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs together. Drop the head as the feet come up. Hug knees to chest or take happy baby. Just stretching out those inner thighs. The hip area. We're going to do some pelvic tilts. Now you've probably done many of these on the mat, but we've got this little bit of strap work as well. So we're going to have a little bit of weight going into our abs as we're lifting up. So it is going to be slightly harder. Making sure you're in a neutral spine. So you should be able to fit 2 fingers between your lower back and your carriage. You're going to inhale, prepare. As you exhale, you're going to push the pelvis back into an imprinted spine. And then lift the sit bones up using those lower abs. Hold it there. Now the straps will help you to hold, but you will be feeling that weight in the lower abs. And then as you inhale, bringing the sit bones back down and returning to neutral. Exhale, roll the pelvis back, lift the sit bones and hold. Inhale, bring the sit bones down, return back to neutral. So it's tilt, up, hold, down, neutral. Tilt, lift, hold, down, neutral. Tilt, lift, hold, down, neutral. Tilt the pelvis, lift the sit bones, hold, lower the sit bones, back to neutral. Just a couple more. Tilt, lift, hold, drop sit bones and return to neutral. Tilt, lift, hold, drop the sit bones, come back to neutral. Notice I'm making you hold a little bit longer. If you are struggling here and you're finding you're coming up and you're coming down and coming up and coming down, then just try and stop your straps from taking over. It's just a little bit of the straps taking the bit more of the effort and you're letting them take you over here. You're in control. Remember, knees above your hips. Tuck the pelvis back, lift the sit bones, hold. Drop the sit bones, returning to neutral. Tilt the pelvis back, lift and hold. Drop the sit bones, back to neutral. Last two. Tilt the pelvis, lift the sit bones and hold. Drop the sit bones and return back to neutral. Now, you can stick with that exercise, but if you would like to try a little bit more of an advanced move, we're going to come into short spine. Now, in short spine, you've got to be able to articulate through the spine to bring your legs up. If you can't do that without kind of coming forwards and back, and you're not really able to hold at the top or anything, and the straps have just got you in a bit of a merry-go-round, then you're just going to come back to your pelvic tilts. Otherwise, bringing the knees over your hips. Inhale, take the legs forward slightly. As you bring them back, bringing knees over the hips, and then lifting vertebrae by vertebrae, your spine into the air. Sorry, your legs go up into the air. You're going to turn your toes out, keeping your heels together. Bring the knees down towards your face, and then working vertebrae by vertebrae through the spine, slow and controlled, all the way down. When the bum hits the floor, you're going to extend those legs out, bringing them together and bringing the feet back into parallel, pointing the toes. Exhale, bring the legs in, knees come to above your hips, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, taking the body up into what is your jackknife on the mat, turning the toes out, heels together, knees come down towards the face, the carriage will come closer to the stopper, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and controlled, working through each of the spinal vertebrae. Down when the sit bones come down, straightening the legs into parallel, point the toes. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, bring the legs in, knees above hips. Vertebrae by vertebrae, pushing up into your jackknife. Turning your toes out into first position. Heels together, knees come down to the face, vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and controlled, bringing the spine down, sit bones come all the way down onto the carriage, and then you straighten the leg out in front like you do with your frog legs, legs to parallel, point the toes. Your breath, inhale, prepare. Exhale, legs come in, and you continue to exhale as you push it up. Inhale, turn the toes out into first position. Continue that inhale as you bend the knees. Exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the spine down. Inhale, extend, return to parallel, point the toes. Exhale, in and up. Inhale, turn toes out, bring the knees to the face. Exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and controlled, bringing it down to the sit bones. Inhale, straighten the legs, squeeze them together, back to parallel. Last two, exhale, in and up. Inhale, first position, knees come to face. Exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing it down. And then straighten the frog legs, bring them together. Exhale, up, vertebrae by vertebrae, up into the jackknife. First position, toes. Knees come down to face. Vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the spine down. Sit bones connect. Push the legs out. Return them to first. Bring the knees above your ankles and just take a nice wide V. Pull the toes towards the face. Nice inner thigh stretch. Oof, got quite hot after that one. And then bring those knees in. Bend the knees. Either hug knees to chest or coming into your happy baby. Making sure the back is flat on the carriage, shoulders away from the ears. Pull those knees in towards your armpits. And then hug the knees to the chest. Release one strap, placing that foot onto the foot bar. And then release the opposite strap, placing that foot onto the foot bar. Knees nice and wide on your foot bar. You are on a lighter spring, but coming into those windscreen wipers. So both knees over to one side. Inhale to center and both knees over to the opposite side. Inhale to center. Exhale over. Inhale to center. Exhale over. Inhale, center, exhale over. One last time. Inhale, center, exhale over. And then bringing it to center, hugging the knees to the chest and rocking up to a seated position. Hope you enjoyed doing that little bit of short spine there. It is hard. It isn't an easy exercise. There's a lot of articulation of the spine required, and just that switching off of carriage helping, core switched on, carriage helping, core switched on. Face off foot bar. Take your loop into your right hand, bring it forwards, and you'll instantly have a lot of resistance going through this right shoulder. Bringing the hands towards the edge of your carriage so the flat bit of your palm is right on your carriage. Taking the knees back, leaving your right knee down, and then bringing your left leg up. So your shoulders are above the wrists, your left leg is lifted, and your right knee is under your right hip. Inhale, you're going to bend the elbows back, coming into a press up, and exhale, pushing through the pectoral muscles, push the body back up. Inhale, bring the elbows, bend the elbows to bring it down. Exhale, push up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push up. Now your chest wants to be coming between your hands each time. So you're making a figure A between the top of your head and then your hands. Your chest is the line that goes across your capital A. For 3, for 2, and 1. Whew. Bring it in. Place your left strap down. Okay, my washing machine is going crazy. I'm really hoping that this is not picking it up, but it probably is. Taking your big loop, pulling the hands forward so the palms are flat on your reformer, fingertips are just holding on to the edges. Shoulders come directly above your wrists and your left knee is under your left hip, and then you're extending out that right leg, lifting it to the sky. Inhale, bend the elbows back, bringing the chest down. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Navel to spine connection, push it up. For 5, 4, 3, push those elbows back for 2, and 1. Push it up. Just as we finish, the washing machine goes quiet. Release that strap. Bring your hands onto the platform extender. Knees come either side of your shoulder rest. You can get knees under hips, or I'd place on a heavier spring as well, just so the machine doesn't move. Exhale, rounding up to cat. Inhale, extending the spine to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, extend the spine to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Give it a little shake off through the shoulders, through the hips. Oh, lovely. Finishing just in time for me to put the washing out. Oh, isn't life exciting? Give it a little wiggle. Come seated in front. Nice big stretch up to the ceiling. Bend over to one side. Inhale to center and over to the opposite side. Inhale to center, opposite arm to opposite knee. Twist through the mid-back, looking towards the corner of your room. Inhale to center, over to the opposite side. Inhale to center, just bringing those arms down into your shoulder stretch, spine pushes back, pull the shoulder blades apart. And then take those arms behind you, push the chest together, squeeze the shoulder blades together. I was just about to say apart. And then reaching it up one last time, palms meet in the middle, down to center. Well done, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's session, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.